Are you a tenant in Ontario facing issues with your landlord? If so, it's crucial to know about a critical tool at your disposal, Ontario's T2 application. This form is more than just a bunch of boxes and lines. It's an essential legal document that tenants can use to report violations of their rights by their landlords. Whether it's a matter of maintenance neglect, unlawful entry, or another violation, the T2 application serves as your voice, your advocate, and your defense. However, the power of the T2 application lies in its correct completion. A well-filled form can be the difference between a successful claim against a landlord and a missed opportunity for justice. So, are you ready to take a stand and protect your rights as a tenant? Buckle up, because we're about to take you on a journey through the ins and outs of the T2 application. Stay tuned as we delve into the step-by-step process of filling out the T2 application. Before we begin, it's crucial to understand what information is required in the T2 application. Let's start with the basics. The T2 application is essentially a document that allows you, the tenant, to file a complaint against your landlord for violations of your rights. The form requires necessary details such as your name and address, along with your landlord's information. It's important to note that you should provide accurate and truthful information, as this will be crucial in the resolution process. The heart of the T2 form is the section where you detail the nature of your complaint. Here, you need to describe the issue as clearly and concisely as possible. Whether it's about maintenance issues, wrongful eviction, or harassment, it's essential to provide all relevant details to support your case. Now that we have the basics, let's move on to the actual filling process. Filling out the T2 application does not have to be daunting. Here's a step-by-step guide. Let's start at the top. You'll see a section titled Applicant. Here, you'll need to enter your full legal name, address, and contact information. This is how the board will get in touch with you, so make sure it's accurate and up to date. Next, you'll come across Respondent. This is where you input your landlord's information. Be as detailed as possible, ensuring every piece of information is correct. If your landlord is a company, be sure to use the company's legal name. Now, let's move on to the Details of the Application section. Here, you'll describe the specific issues at hand. It's crucial to be clear and concise, yet thorough. Include dates, times, and any other pertinent details that could help your case. Remember, this is your chance to tell your story. After this, you'll see Relief Sought. In this section, you'll specify what you want the board to do about the situation. Be realistic in your requests, whether it's repairs, compensation, or even termination of your tenancy. Then comes the Evidence section. This is where you'll list any evidence you have to support your application. This can include photographs, emails, or letters. Don't worry, you don't need to attach these now, but you will need to bring them to your hearing. The following section is Hearing Information. Here, you'll indicate your preference for a hearing. You can choose between an in-person hearing or a telephone hearing. Choose the one that best suits your needs. Next, you'll see Declaration and Signature. By signing this section, you are attesting that all the information provided is true to the best of your knowledge. Finally, there's the Filing and Service section. This outlines how you'll submit your application and serve it to your landlord. Follow these instructions carefully to ensure your application is properly filed and your landlord is appropriately notified. And that's it! You have now filled out your T2 application. Let's recap what we have covered today. We've delved into the details of Ontario's T2 application, a powerful tool at your disposal as a tenant. This application is crucial for filing against any violations of your rights by your landlord. We've understood the basics of this application, including its purpose and the information required. It's important to remember that the T2 application is not just a piece of paper, but your voice against any injustices. The step-by-step process we walked through should help you fill it out with ease and confidence. However, remember that the strength of your case lies in the accuracy and truthfulness of the information you provide. Misrepresentation can weaken your case and might lead to unintended consequences. So, always ensure that every detail you fill in is truthful and accurate. Remember, as a tenant in Ontario, you have rights. Don't be afraid to stand up against landlord violations by filling out the T2 application.